Whoa, it's a big old box right there. We are officially fully restocked on all Made Athletics gear. All colors, all designs. Been getting a lot of emails asking me when I'm going to have larges back in stock. Today's the day. MadeAthletics.net. All Made Athletics clothing is officially restocked in all sizes. Shipping is worldwide. Thank you for the support. At Next Level in Johnston. And I'm new here still, so I haven't gotten the okay to store my bar. I've been told by some members that they wouldn't care, but I just want to be respectful because it's a brand new gym. So I keep my Ohio Power Bar in my car along with everything else I could ever need in life. I started packing this car when I was moving, and I just never unpacked it. So I just grabbed this bad boy now. Every session here, waddle on in with it. Best bar ever though. Today I just gotta work up to a single of RPE 8. Don't know how heavy it's gonna be, he said, just to make sure it moves fast. So anywhere between like 500 and like 560, anywhere in that range. If anybody's wondering why I'm mixing and matching plates, it's because the world champ Josh Fenton over here is using the rest of them. Where'd he go? He's probably doing world champ things. Top single was about 535. If I did my math correctly with these kilo plates. Not happy with how it moved, but I noticed that my hips are shooting back. So note to self, I gotta take more time to warm up my glutes better. That's what I did in the last workout. I took some time to do mobility, warm up my glutes, get them activated, and it felt fantastic. That's when I moved that 540. I mean, it still moved fine overall. I can just feel my hips shooting back a little bit and just losing some tightness. Deadlifts are still my uphill battle. Sexiness going on in the background. I was hoping for like a 600-pound pull on the platform with the stiff bar. I might be just shy of that though. I might not be at a 600-pound yet with the stiff bar. With the deadlift bar for sure, but the stiff bar might be like 580, 590-ish. But we'll see. Moving on to tempo benching. 4-second negatives on the way down. That's gonna make benching obviously a little bit harder than normal, but it's so good for building up that control and strength in your bench. Upon loading up 135, I just got the craziest like nostalgic flashback of when I was a freshman, and I remember seeing one of my strong friends on the football team bench 135. And this is like when we were all new to the weight room, and most of us were doing like only 25s for a max in the bar, and I was doing like 10s as a max. And I remember like lying all freshman year saying I could max out 135, and people would constantly try to call me out. They'd be like, do it right now, do it right now. I'd be like, I can't, I just benched yesterday, I'm sore. It took me 2 years of training to max out 135. Another moment of nostalgia, 275, 2 biscuits and a crumb. I remember maxing this out for a set of 3 for the first time ever, touch and go, when I lived in Virginia. That's how late into training I finally hit this for a set of 3 clean touch and go. So ironically, I actually don't have a specific memory of the first time I did 315. I just know it was either when I was like late 18-year-old or when I was 19 years old. Because I remember having a video of me doing it as a teen, but I actually don't remember the first time I did it, which is weird because you think that'd be a major milestone. I think by then, with how long I've been training, I was like, so annoyed that I hadn't been able to hit it already, that by the time I hit it, it just wasn't even a big deal to me. So it was either 18 or 19. What's crazy is today everything felt like crap. Like after I did the deadlifts, after I did all my benching, I was like, oh, that felt terrible. It moved so slow. It must be a weak day. And then I played it back in the camera and it all moved nice and clean. It's the weirdest thing. So my advice, guys, film yourself every once in a while. You might surprise yourself. Sometimes weight feels like crap and then it looks pretty good on camera. I surprised myself. Everything ended up moving pretty normal. Post-workout Chipotle time. I got the new package in the mail. This is going to be a potato. Just kidding, it's not a potato. It's just brown paper that looks like a potato. It's a cotton swab. I got you again, it's not a cotton swab at all. I don't know why they decided to wrap this thing like it was the most expensive diamond in the world and had to protect it from getting knocked around or something. Boom! It's nose torque. There's that beeping again. There's something beeping back there. I thought it was on a microwave, and I unplugged the microwave, and it's still beeping. I don't know what it is. Nose torque, baby. Nose torque, nose torque, nose torque. I get questions all the time. And by all the time, I mean I've gotten like maybe 5 of them. So all the time. Which is better, the smelling salts or the nose torque? They're both basically the same thing as far as they both use ammonia. And that essentially just jolts your ass awake. It's like an instant pre-workout, get your CNS firing, fight or flight turns on, and it's great to do right before a PR. I got this bottle for my meet coming up. The difference is though, the ammonia tablets are literally, you break them, and the ammonia is in liquid form. And then you sniff them. And that tab's only potent for a little bit, then eventually it evaporates and dries out and it's no good. That's why these people break it, sniff it, and toss the tabs because they're gone. And you get maybe X amount of tabs and whatever, and you go through them pretty fast. The nose torque looks like it looks like clumped up salt in there. And it stays fresh and it's stronger. It hits you stronger, it hits you harder. So you undo, oh, I can already smell it. I can't do this before bedtime, that's not a good idea. But you just make believe from smelling it. I don't want to put it up to my face right now. I can already smell that, holy crap. New ones are so strong. You unscrew this, you waft it, and it just like punches you in the face. Way more concentrated than the tablets. And it lasts so much longer. You waft it, put the cap right back on, it stays strong, stays fresh. Longer lasting, harder hitting. Really cheap, this is like $5 on Amazon. Just gonna do a half a scoop here because this stuff is real strong for squatting. And the full scoop of that there. Yeah. So I have a confession to make. This entire workout is gonna be 100% fasted. Woke up this morning, stomach wasn't feeling that great. Didn't have an appetite, couldn't eat, so I didn't eat. Doing box squats today. Love them. Second squat day in a row. Nearing the end of the week. Making us about a week and a half out from this powerlifting meet. I love box squats just because it really teaches you to brace that core nice and tight because you have to stay so tight when you hit that box. You can't let your core crumble at all. Just a quick reminder that madeathletics.net is fully restocked. All designs, all sizes, shipped worldwide. Super high quality. And for me, they help me practice loading my posterior chain really well, which is carried over amazingly to my real squat. So that's why I like them. Even this close to a meet, I'm gonna work up to an RPE 9, a single of RPE 9, which will be about 455 pounds-ish, around that neighborhood, and then some back offsets. .455 felt awesome, nice and crisp. If done correctly, box squats should be harder than your regular squats, meaning you have to use less weight because you're taking the bounce factor and the momentum factor completely out of the equation. In a normal squat, you get the stretch reflex at the bottom where you can kind of bounce out of the hole a little bit. On box squats, you should be lowering yourself gently onto that box and sitting there dead weight completely. And then you have to stand back up from a dead stop. And that's gonna be a lot harder because now there's no momentum or bounce. But that's gonna carry over nicely to your regular squat and you're gonna be that much stronger out of the hole on your regular squat. It also trains your descent a lot too, because I used to be a big dive bomber with my squats. I just drop down really fast and lose all my tightness, but you can't do that with box squats obviously because you'll smash your entire tailbone and spine onto the box. So you have to control the weight down with a box squat, and that will also carry over nicely to your regular squat descent. It's deadlift time, second deadlift day of the week, so it's a really light one. Just doing a couple of doubles with 455. Brand new deadlift socks. Look how badass these are. I have a feeling the Superman capes might not be IPF approved, but these are epic. So time to put on these socks and my absolute favorite deadlift shoes, the Anis as nature intended. Super thin soles, super durable. Link for these bad boys is in the info box below. As for the socks, just got these bad boys on Amazon. Fasted workout done. Now I'm actually starving. My stomach feels totally normal again finally, and I'm really hungry now.